Are you interested in some cheap games? Visit eniba.com and discover a great selection for PS4, Xbox One and PC. Great weekly deals with up to 70% off. Use the code IKARI during the registration to get another 3% off for every purchase. And have a fun time gaming. Fallout 4, the post-apocalyptic wasteland. A place of beauty and... No way! They actually did it! Why did nobody tell me? Seriously, I can't even believe it myself, but they actually finally did it. An actual working high heels mod. Fallout 4 High Heels System by PK0. Better later than never, I guess. And it works quite well. Finally, we can be elevated to true high heely heights with correct leg proportions. There are a couple of things you should know though. First of all, the way it is now, this mod only works for the player character. And the height value you can choose from has to be between 0 and 1000. That should be enough though. Then, in order to get this running, you need to have at least 0.6.16 Fallout 4 script extender, and that means at least 1.10.130 game version. And you know the drill, you have to update your game, you have to update the script extender, and you have to update all script extender dependent mods. It's not the fault of this mod, but it's always a pain in the ass to go through all this. This mod also requires a skeleton mod, like the ZAS one for example. Also, after everything is installed, you have to manually add the height by navigating to the NIF file of the footwear you want to patch and creating a text file with the same name. In the text file, simply type in this line with the desired height. You can alternatively place such text files into the script extender folder, if you want to have them all in one place. But that's already it. Now you can enjoy walking around the Commonwealth and looking down on everyone from the majestic height of your high heels. Next we have another performance increaser mod. Fallout 4 FPS Performance Fix by SiThe the Handsome Guy. It calls itself a fix and promises around 10 to 20 more FPS. Yes, I even made fun of such a mod once, because there is usually a considerable trade-off. You never get those FPS for free. This mod here is also actually just a text file with some init tweaks you can use, like for example lowering your rendering distance. And yes, of course, this will improve the performance and give you some more FPS. So if you are on a potato PC, it will not hurt to check it out. If you are on a master race monster machine though, you should probably stay away from it. So, it's been a while since we had any robo mods, but therefore here is a really badass one. MECHAS 4 23rd Century Combat by Bronx. This mod includes several badass and very serious looking mechas from the game MechWarrior Online. They came from the future to kick ass. We also get some serious customization for those guys. Each model comes with a huge amount of weapons. You can actually equip 4 different ones at the same time on each mecha, and that way grant them a fitting amount of firepower. Then there are also some accessories varying from model to model, like backpacks, different head options or searchlights, for example. Now the description says not to mix parts among different models, because they will most likely not fit. But whatever, say hello to LagDayBot 2000! He will absolutely stop. But I know what you're thinking. All those mechas are incredibly cool, but it's funny when they are that small. Don't worry, this one is covered too. You can actually change the scale, and that way have some seriously huge company on your adventures. Needless to say, nobody will stand a chance. Of course, with such badass mechas, it's a good idea to upgrade our personal defense units as well. LString Fallout Bow by LString and John Lay. Bows might not be the most futuristic weapon, but they still work, I promise. I mean, many very futuristic individuals used them successfully. Am I doing it right? Also, this bow comes with a lot of ammo choices. Look at this. Woodstone arrows, fire arrows, broadhead arrows, spread arrows, explosive arrows, nuclear arrows. Yes, how can we not have nuclear everything in Fallout? To use those arrows you can select them at the armor workbench of course, but also in a menu as you equip the bow. And of course you can pick up the arrows and use them again. Using this bow feels simply awesome. You can literally feel the force behind it through the visual effects and through the vibration in the controller. And by the way, there is not just one, but actually 3 bows with a fair amount of customization. Lots of skins and also some stabilizers and sights. It's definitely the best bow mod so far. A worthy weapon for every survivor. The next one, however, sounds a bit more futuristic. Lota Device by Quad Rioters. It's also supposed to be called Lotus. The description tells something about bullets being teleported. Not sure how this is supposed to work, but it still needs to be reloaded with this funny looking reloading animation. The customization for this one is also quite good, many color options and also lots of grip and barrel options. And then we have another not so futuristic one, not futuristic at all. Night Swords by Niero, straight out of Skyrim. Not too much to add to this one. One-handed and two-handed variations, head chopping action. Okay, with the armor mods you will have to be a bit patient, there has been a real flood of them again. But don't worry, we will make it through this. Cross Wasteland Ronin by Niero. A good one right from the start. This one is actually so good that it gets 2 likes from me. One because it's a cross mod, and one because it's samurai themed. It's really cool how they made it fitting to the Fallout theme by adding all the bolts and nuts, looks savage. As usual, there are lots of different skins and customization possibilities. You can do things like remove the sleeves or add shoulder armor plates at the armor workbench, and we have the master armor function here again. If you enable it, changing the skin of the under armor will change the other parts the same way automatically. Next we have a real summer mod, Vtaw Wardrobe 2 by Vtaw. In this edition we get a series of bikinis and other summer fashion items, to use on the irradiated beaches of the Commonwealth, obviously. All the parts can be equipped separately, and there are also different skins to be swapped at the armor workbench. Oh wow, the next one is really big. Dlx Clothes Pack by Dlx. This is a really huge collection of items, but we have actually seen most of those in those half-mutant follower mods, like for example in episode 4. But it looks like it was about time all the stuff would become available for normal humans too. There are really tons of clothes items and accessories in this one, many of those skimpy, but since it's highly modular, you can actually mix them in any fashion you like. But the next mod definitely deserves to be in the armor category. Enclave Remnant's Armor by Khalib Gaddafi. This badass Enclave armor does not only look highly detailed and extremely protective, but even has some animated parts. It's a great attempt on the classic simple-to-wear power armor. Here too you can change a couple of different skins and decals at the armor workbench. And another classic and protective one, Capital Wasteland Classic Metal Armor by xgamer 486. This is the classic metal armor as we know it from Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I would say it made a good transition to the fourth installment of the game. Here we have two helmet options, and what can be swapped at the armor workbench this time are actually the skins or the under armor parts of this armor. Then we have some more Vtaw stuff. Vtaw leather dress by Vtaw. Simple and yet stylish. Yeah, well, this dress looks like it has seen a fair amount of action and got a bit beat up over time. Also, it looks like the modder was a bit lazy with a certain aspect of the outfit. Okay fellas, we are almost done. InnTankTop by Francisco84 in. Don't worry, this is really just a tank top. Its style, however, goes really well with the skirt part of the leather dress. Also, I wonder what the 84 stands for. Birth year? And now, finally, comes the mod we all have been waiting for. Nora's Secret, a high heels pack by MG. Yes, this is an awesome collection of high-quality high heels to use together with our newly elevated to new heights high heels system mod. And the best part of all this is, all those high heels are already ready to go, so there is no need to bother with any text files. Oh, and of course you can change the colors at the armor workbench. Okay, the next part of the review is going to be slightly different, because the mod I actually wanted to show you is Elisium Island by May. But as you can see, there are no files to download, because apparently the modder didn't know that using assets from Skyrim is not allowed if you want to make a Fallout 4 mod. Yes, one would think it shouldn't be a problem since both are Bethesda games, but apparently it's a no-go for some reason. So in other words, we are too late, fellas! And it's really a shame, because as you can see, it looks fucking fantastic on the screenshots. Let me tell you a bit about this mod. It's not just new locations. This mod also promises new weapons, new enemies and wildlife. And what is also really interesting, a lot of new workshop items. So you can pretty much build your own fantasy-like little town with all those cool assets. Well, could, because now, unfortunately, the mod is gone. And we have to wait till the modder removes all the not allowed assets and uploads again. I don't know what it will look like without the Skyrimese assets, but I think it will be still a pretty cool mod. And this is it for this week's episode. The links to all mods are as always in the description below. Don't forget to endorse the mods you like. And if you want to have your own fantasy-like island, hit the like button and subscribe for more best new Fallout 4 mods. I thank you all for watching and see you around.